What is going on? Welcome to the summer bulk. This is probably going to be my favorite bulk out of my whole lifting. Starting off at 210, probably getting about 225. It's going to be about a 4-month bulk. And yeah, this is day one of the summer bulk. It's actually day two. I did push day one yesterday, but I didn't record it. I'm going to start today with the recording. And I just got back into my lifting and bulk, so it should be good. I'm not sure what I'm going to name the series yet. Whatever name is on there, you already saw it. But as of right now, I haven't chose what I'm going to name the series yet. But I'm planning on making daily vlogs of my lifts. Probably do what I'm doing now. Talk before the lift. Show you guys the lift. Maybe talk a little bit during it, and then probably pose after the lift. Maybe not every time, but I know today I'm going to at least pose after the lift because I want to give you guys a benchmark of what I'm starting at, and maybe have a post-lift interview each time. Maybe talk about how the lift was. I think that's going to be the general scheme of it. I'm not going to do car talks though. I tried that last summer and it does not feel safe whatsoever to me. Like, I don't know how some people can do it. I can't. If I'm trying to talk to a camera while I'm driving, I'm going to get in an accident. So I'd rather play it safe, talk to you guys before I even leave, and then after the lift, I'll talk to you guys probably back here or maybe just in the car before I start driving. So yeah, this should be a solid bulk. I'm actually looking forward to it, getting back to filming my lifts, because at my college, they don't let you film in the college gym. And that was kind of the only accessible gym to me when I was there because I didn't have a car. So I'm actually looking forward to now talking to you guys during my lifts, kind of give you more of an update because a lot has changed in the past year, like a ton. Since last summer when I filmed, you guys will see, a lot has changed, a whole lot. And yeah, we got pull day today. I've got 2 exercises of back and then 2 exercises of back and then 2 exercises of biceps, and that'll be it for today's lift. I got barbell row and then a lat pull down, but each cable is separate for each arm, just so it's even weight on even distribution for each arm. And then I got preacher curl. I'm gonna start off with that for my biceps, and then I'll finish off with an incline dumbbell curl. And then that'll be the workout today. Nothing crazy because it's the start of this bulk, and I got like 4 months ahead of me at least of this bulk, and I want to start off at like a baseline because I want to have each lift for the next 4 months to be progressively more difficult. And if I'm starting off throwing the kitchen sink at my workouts in the first day, it's going to be a lot more difficult to be able to progress each time over the next 4 months. So it's going to be nothing crazy for the next, I don't know, few weeks at least that you see. Like, even the intensity of the workouts won't be as crazy. I'll train with reps in reserve. Like 2, I think, is today's goal. 2 reps in reserve for each set. Then I'll progressively get down to 1 and then none. And then I'll train beyond failure after that. Like, I'll train to failure and then I'll do maybe a drop set or something. And then I'll also progressively increase my sets. So that's why I got not many sets right now and not crazy intensity. We'll see how it turns out. This is kind of new to me on how to train this way, because normally I just train to failure and I would train with however many sets I felt like was the right amount. So it's a bit more organized. Also, the diet's a lot more organized. I'm really going to dial in the quality of my food compared to just trying to get calories in and reach a certain calorie point. So, should be good. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully go well. I mean, starting off 210, getting to 225 is, yeesh, pretty big. So, I think that's all I got for the pre-lift talk. If I forgot anything, I'll tell you guys after the lift, but for now I'll see you guys in the gym for some barbell rows. That's it. Okay.
Just finished warming up for rows, and I stopped doing stretching before my first exercises. I found no difference between just doing a few lighter sets before my top set compared to stretching as well as doing sets before my top set. And I really found no difference between the two. So instead of wasting time just stretching out my back before my first lift, I'll just do whatever exercise I'm gonna do. But I'll start with, like, for example, a barbell row. I'll start with the bar, and then I'll throw a 25 on, do a few reps of that, really controlled, just working on the contraction, make sure I feel it in the back. And then I'll do like a plate for 6 reps, and I'll do a plate and a half. And then my top set, I'll do 2 plates, and then a 10 and a 5. So I did like 3 warm-up sets leading up to it, just to get blood flow in my back and make sure everything's in a line, good form, and all set to go. That's pretty much it. For the set, planning on at the top of each movement, hold it for about 1 second, just to make sure I'm not swinging the barbell back and forth. I'm actually hitting my back, because if I can hold it at the top of a row for 1 second, then it takes away all the question if I'm actually hitting my back or if I'm just swinging my lower back and forth. So yeah, that's all I got for barbell rows. Let's get right into it. So realistically, on that set, I probably have 2 more in me, but like I said, since it's the start of the 4-month bulk, I'm not taking everything to complete failure yet, as well as my sets are much lower to start off the bulk. So I'm only doing 2 sets of this, and I'm gonna go do 2 sets of lat pull downs, and then there's only 4 sets of biceps after that. And you'll see that each set will be about that intensity with 2 lefts in the tank. I'm still hitting my back from it, but I'm leaving enough room to keep progressive overloading for the next 4 months. And this is basically like the baseline for the start of it, for the start of the bulk. All right, that's enough of that. Okay, so lat pull downs, I'm doing evenly distributed weight for each arm. So you see, like on the cable, I got 2 separate cables, 1 for each arm, because I'm pretty sure I have a lat imbalance. Like when I hit a front lat, I'm pretty sure my right lat sticks out a bit more than my left. And it's probably because from playing hockey, being a lefty, pulling back on a shot, it hits your lat a lot. So probably from over the years, I developed an imbalance from a right lat being much stronger than my left lat. So to even it out, instead of just doing each arm individually, I'd rather just do both at the same time, so the sets don't take forever. And pretty much whenever my left lat runs out, I'll make sure I evenly pull with my right lat for the same amount of reps. So, and 2 sets. About 8 to 10, and you'll see again, I squeeze for a second at the bottom of the movement. Just make sure I'm hitting my lats, as well as also when I'm at the top of the movement, I'll stretch completely, and it'll hit my upper traps, and I'll actually feel it more when I just let it sit there for a second at the top and the bottom movement. will say from doing it single arm as well, or isometrically, but I forget the term for it, isometrically, but at the same time, I actually feel my lats and traps, like the whole range of motion. Instead of when I use either the whole bar and put my reps on the whole bar, it kind of feels like I'm swinging the weight more. But for this one, I can feel my traps at the top completely, and then at the bottom of it, I feel my lats completely. So I definitely prefer this way more, even if I didn't have a lat imbalance, to do each arm on a separate cable. All right, that's everything for back. I'll just finish off with 4 sets of buys, starting with the preacher curl. I haven't done preacher curl in probably a year, so I may be completely off on the weight I'm doing for this. So I'm gonna start with 60 and see how that feels. So I'm trying to get higher reps, so I'd rather go too light than too heavy, and then increase it from there, rather than start heavy and then just screw up my 2 sets right now. Yes, but so I got 9 on that, and my target rep range for this right now is about 10 to 12. So for my next preacher curl session next week, instead of upping the weight at all, I'll just increase it by 1 rep to get in that rep range. So next week I'll get it for 10, and then however many reps I get in this set, I'll increase it by 1. And then usually if I'm at the top of the rep range, like let's say I got 12 there, next week I would up the weight by about 5 pounds each arm, and then try to get 12 reps again. So it honestly depends on how close I am to the target rep range, if I increase the reps or if I increase the weight. So like I said before, for incline dumbbell curl, I go super light on these and really high rep, because if I go anything too heavy and I go lower weight, the tendon right here at the top of my bicep, it starts to hurt way more than actually hitting my bicep. So I'll probably do 20 pounds for maybe 15 reps. My rep range is between 12 and 15. And I'll just make sure, as for every other exercise, squeeze at the top and try to get more blood flow, and then just try to crank out reps on these. Because if you try to crank out reps in an incline, you're definitely gonna hurt your tendon. This is a lot different than just hitting like a preacher curl where you can load the weight a ton. Yeah, so I got 15 there and probably 2 more left, 2 more reps in reserve. I find difficult at like the beginning reps of when I'm doing a higher rep set. Like the first 5 reps of that, I feel like I'm curling nothing. So I kind of learned that from previous times doing incline dumbbell curl, where I'll start with maybe the 20, and it'll feel like nothing for the first 5 sets or first 5 reps, and then I'll up it to like 30 pounds, and then I only get 6 reps. So if you're gonna do this and do high rep, those first 5 reps are gonna feel like nothing. But if you keep it the same pace and control it for all 15 reps, once you get to 15, it burns. It burns a lot. All right, so that was the end of the lift. I don't think I'm gonna be ever posing in the gym because there's not really like a posing room, and I don't want to set up posing in like the middle of the gym when people are trying to work out and I'm just there posing with a stringer or something. So I'll probably just go back home and I'll set up somewhere in my house to pose after each lift, because I'd much rather do that than try to set up a pose in here and just like be completely disrespectful to people in there. Yeah, posing spot to be determined. You'll see in a sec whoever I pick in the house. But lift was good. Definitely feels good to get back into it and start progressing in one way or another, because I was maintaining for a month and it sucked. Like I really wanted to work out, but I knew that if I just started bulking and didn't take that maintenance month, that I was gonna burn out way too quick and just hit a plateau completely. Because I'm at the point, if I don't like prime myself and be very meticulous about how I organize my workouts and my diet, I won't grow anymore. So I gotta be like perfect, maybe not perfect, but pretty close to perfect with everything in order to keep growing at this point. Because after doing it for a long time, I wish I could just go in there, lift, eat whatever I want, and just keep gaining strength. That would be real nice. I'd rather have that, but that's just how it works. So yeah, let's get to the pose down. All right, I think I found a spot to do some poses. So I'm just gonna only do lat poses and bicep poses because that's what I hit today. So let's just see how that goes. We'll see how it looks. I'm gonna start with my favorite one, a back double bi. So let's see. Okay. Was it good? You tell me, I can't see it. All right, I'll hit the front double bi now. Let me take this off. Okay. Whew. Damn, that's hard to hit. Front lat spread.
else. I'll hit this one more time. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna call it at that. That'll be the end of the first day of the bulk. Second, actually, but I'm gonna call it the first recorded day of the bulk. So yeah, that was solid workout. Yeah, as you can see, that's the start of it. Oh, I might as well hit all the rest of the poses right now, just so you can see like the start of the bulk. This is what we're working with, and then you can see in 4 months how much it changes. So let me do a few more. I'll hit this one more time. All right. That is it. I don't think I got anything else to talk about. All right. I'll call it there. Good vid, day 1. Lots to come.